In today's news, call for the governor to move with haste to confirm acting positions. CTL responds to tariffs announcement. SKELTON against governor making regulations for a statutory corporation. Launch of Road Town Partnership officially launched. BVI Spring Regatta is underway. We have the details of this and much more when 284 News returns. Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 7. Introducing Travi Rose, Creative Director. Alex Lake, Businessman. Sean Black, Cinematographer. Dakari Wheatley Adams, Content Creator. Donandre Millwood, Educator and Musician. Hashim Dream, Entertainer. James Todman Sr., Contractor. Dr. Albert Tompkins, Psychotherapist. Walter Barrett, Author. Rakim Todman, Producer and Engineer. Kamal Letson, Photographer. Roosevelt Smith III, Sales Manager and Hospitality Professional. Leland Abraham, IT Technician and Cybersecurity Analyst. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, every Wednesday at 8 p.m., exclusively on 284 Media. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redefine yourself through the stories of real-life heroes. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, Raising a Generation of Greatness. Voted Top 35 Gentleman Podcast Worldwide by FeedSpot and BI Icon Award winner. Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Friday, April 4th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Friday's wish to each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for joining us. 2nd District Representative, the Honorable Melvin Mitch Turnbull, has called on Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley to move with haste, he says, and confirm the positions of people acting in top positions of the police force, customs, and immigration departments, or they will be filled by representatives from the UK who do not understand the BVI. Turnbull's comments were made in the House of Assembly earlier this week as he debated the Merchant Shipping Amendment Bill, which now contains provisions to be controlled by the governor instead of the premier or any member of his cabinet.
And it will be a further separation of the authoritative powers and responsibilities here in these Virgin Islands, where there are they and then there is us. And the narrative continues to dictate that we are not enough. We are criminals, we are corrupt, we are this, we are that. So Premier, this is my encouragement. And wherever else you have persons in acting positions that they feel that somebody coming from the UK may be better than our people, we need to shut that argument down.
Turnbull in his debate had high praises for the acting police commissioner, Jacqueline VANTERPOOL. He says VANTERPOOL is making a difference in the society compared to what happened with the former police commissioner, who was a UK national.
A lot of questions been asked in the public, even in this honorable house, about what we're going to do this and what we're going to do, how we're going to get this done. And in 6 months, Madam Speaker, you're seeing things happening. Before, when I saying this, Madam Speaker, because I was here asking a question. You know, I always kicking about King Adam police station. When you ask about policing in the territory and how we're going to combat crime, oh, we need more resources and we need more officers and we need more money and we need more and we need more. And now this good lady is acting for 6 months and people getting arrested. And there's a level of confidence, Madam Speaker, in her leadership because she's coming out in the community and having discussions and meeting with the people and trusting her officers, Madam Speaker, to do their job. But if we ain't careful, I ain't read the report yet, Madam Speaker, the part 2. I got to be full. I got to be full. I gotta be awake, I gotta have some coffee, because if it's anything, and I almost guarantee it's just a continuation of where it started, part 1. Part 2, there'll be a little bit more height than Path 1. Path 1 gives you the introduction to where you're going to end. And I could only imagine how much more examples that they would find to try to qualify the surges that they would have made in the first report.
There has been reaction locally to the tariffs announcement by U.S. President Donald Trump this week, and consumers are being told to expect increase in prices. Managing Director of Clarence Thomas Limited, CTL, Michael Thomas, during an interview with ZBVI Radio, said that higher prices on goods are to be expected. Thomas stated that during discussions with his suppliers, they are saying they do not see any major changes for another 3 weeks or so, but his concern is the taxing of the shipping companies operating Chinese vessels using U.S. ports. The U.S. says these Chinese vessels will be told to pay a $1 million fee to use its ports. Thomas says tropical shipping has been serving the region and the BVI for a very long time, and the implementation of tariffs will cause shipping freight to increase.
And those costs will be passed back on to the consumers. And that's the one thing I want everybody to understand. We'll hold what we can. You know, I'm not going to go about increasing prices of stuff I have in inventory, but any product that's coming in new for sure, and, you know, we move quite a bit of containers in every year, those numbers will be affected in some way, shape, or form once the prices start going up. Right. But for right now, I think for the next 3 weeks to a month, it's I think where we are is where we are. But I think after that, once the companies that we're buying from starts being impacted, then I think you'll see a definite change in the region for sure.
You talk about a possible increase in passing on this price to the consumer.
We've never changed our prices at CTL unless our actual buying prices change. That's when we actually change. And our freight charges, our freight costs were for many, many years, we've been able to basically manage our freight costs without any stress. And if you change that now we're really in for a ride of sorts, because I think the numbers that I'm hearing, you know, like on a, I might be wrong, but don't quote me, but I think on a 40-foot container, the average price I think is around $6,000 right now to move a 40-foot container, unless you move in real volume and you have special pricing, you'll pay anywhere about $5,000-$6,000 on a container. They're talking about adding another $2,000 plus, maybe $3,000 onto that cost. Right, so we're talking about if it's $6,000, we're talking possibly about $9,000 on a container landed here, and then on top of all the government surcharges and everything that you're gonna have to now basically pass back on, you're gonna have to pass on these numbers back to the consumer. So you know that container that container value versus the freight might have been, I don't know, maybe 5-6%. Maybe 10% on the high side. No, you're probably talking about having container values of probably 30%. It has to go somewhere.
Thomas also explained that he is having challenges in finding proper storage on the goods that will be impacted. He currently is looking for a $10,000 to $15,000 feet of warehouse space. He is therefore telling consumers to brace themselves and to be as prepared as possible.
I'm saying in the next within the next month and a half, we don't know, and you know, that's kind of what my vendors are telling me, you know, like, guys, how soon is it going to take effect? How soon can we see the changes? Well, right now we got inventory. We can't tell you what's going to happen in the next 3 months. So you kind of have to give this thing a chance to kind of like settle in, and let's see exactly what happens. And before we go there, I don't know what the BVA will be paying 10% on. You know, I saw the BVA name appeared on that list as a 10% tariff on BVI. So I was wondering if they're going to tax all people going into the U.S. Virgin Islands or going into the United States for that matter, an additional 10% on whatever it is they're doing. I don't know, but to me that didn't make any sense because we don't produce anything. So, you know, well, some seafood here and there, but you know, so I don't know. I can't tell you for sure when this is going to take effect. I don't know. We're like everybody else, just basically waiting and seeing. And, you know, we've been having lots of discussion from the moment he talked about tariff. We started having chats with our vendors. And they're like me, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But just brace yourself, because it will change. If it stays intact, this will change. This will change everything. It's a game changer.
Up next, viewers, we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
BVI, the biggest sailing event of the year, is back. Get ready for 7 days of non-stop action at the 52nd BVI Spring Regatta and Sailing Festival, happening March 31st to April 6th at Nanny Key. Come for the races, stay for the vibes. At the Regatta Village, it's all about fun, flavor, and fantastic entertainment. Enjoy local food, ice-cold drinks, and high-energy performances by DJ Wiz, the 3Gs, and Final Phase. Catch the Makajumbis, explore local art, and dance the night away under the stars. Whether you sail or you just love a good old party, this is where you need to be. So mark your calendars, March 31st to April 2nd at Nanny Key. BVI Spring Regatta, baby, 2025.
Just give me my service.
Yeah.
Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
Well, am I covered?
Yeah, you're with CG. Remember when I was dabbling in knife throwing bingo? Well, one night I won, but I also got a bullseye. No. In a beehive. I ran for hours. They caught me in the end, though.
Anyway, I was covered, and I got to keep my trophy. Uh-oh.
Best medical cover for the price. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for sticking with us. Moving right along on the local scene, Territorial Representative, the Honorable Ronnie W. Skelton, says based on the bills that are now coming before the House of Assembly, the government seems timid in being able to manage its own affairs. Skelton's comments were made as he debated the Merchant Shipping Amendment Bill, which makes many changes that give more responsibility to the governor. Skelton says in this bill he is against the governor making regulations for a statutory corporation.
I think that is not progress, and we need to stop it. I know the regulations, Madam Speaker, will be made by the authority. They will hand them to the minister, and the minister will look at them and take them to cabinet for approval and here for a affirmative resolution. But Madam Speaker, what I think is going to be a problem, we try to cut out red tape, but we introduce in red tape. I think if you want to respond to a marketplace that is very competitive, according to the managing director, extremely competitive, we have to give some group of people the authority to make a decision in order to get the business you're looking for and get it as quickly as possible. And let it be subject to a negative resolution here in the House so we can talk about it so they can go back and probably see if they can amend anything. But to subjugate to a affirmative resolution here, I think is not the right thing to do at this point in time.
Today, Friday, March 4th, 2025, during a press conference which included various public and private stakeholders, Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Day Wheatley, the Honorable Luce Hodge-Smith, along with Junior Minister for Tourism and Culture, also, in addition to a number of stakeholders, launched the Road Town Partnership, a detailed roadmap for the beautification and development of the capital Road Town. Premier Wheatley underscored the various elements to be taken into consideration and its impact on the Virgin Islands tourism product.
How will we address the challenges our capital has experienced over the years? The answer is through focus and partnership. There are so many different ministries, departments, and agencies with responsibilities for Road Town that their resources, energy, and actions are not always coordinated, and therefore the impact is not always as strong as it could be. The role of the district representative and the community also has not been properly defined. The private sector also did not have an appropriate avenue to assist. These are all the challenges that must be resolved for Road Town to reach its full potential. Today, I'm pleased to share with you a plan to focus on Road Town. It is called the Road Town Partnership, or RTP for short. It uses a tried and tested model that we have used to build a globally competitive and successful financial services sector, one where we engage the private sector for their expertise as the guardian of the public interest. Today, we want to apply the public sector, private sector partnership model to the development and maintenance of Road Town. But we want to add the most important partner, and that is the community. That is the community. Today, I'm pleased to launch the Road Town Partnership, a public-private partnership where the government, business, and the community work together for a better Road Town. One of the major lessons we learned, having just completed the COI, is that our processes and institutions must be developed and strengthened. We are applying that lesson to the development of Road Town through the RTP. When fully constituted, the RTP will be a legal partnership where the partners will have decision-making rights, responsibilities, risks, and benefits. Working together, the partners will develop the vision and plan for Road Town and identify the legal structure, capability, and resources to transform and maintain its infrastructure, appearance, ambience, and user-friendliness.
Honorable Luce Hodge-Smith, 4th District Representative and Junior Minister for Tourism and Culture, spoke on her enthusiasm in seeing the overall development of Road Town come to this point.
It is with great enthusiasm that we gather here today to launch the Road Town Partnership, a program aimed at beautifying and maintaining the cleanliness of our beloved capital, Road Town. This initiative is not just a project, but a movement that underscores the importance of clean and beautiful surroundings for tourism, for the everyday health and well-being of our citizens, and the prosperity of our businesses. Tourism is the lifeblood of our territory. Visitors come from near, they come from far, drawn by our stunning landscapes, our rich culture, and the warmth of our people. A clean and picturesque environment is vital to making their experience memorable and inviting them to return. Exquisite surroundings are more than just visually appealing. They reflect the pride we take in our community and the respect we have for our natural beauty. But the benefits of a clean and beautiful environment extend beyond tourism. They touch every aspect of our lives. Cleanliness is a cornerstone of public health, reducing the spread of disease and ensuring that our citizens live in a healthy and safe environment. It contributes to our mental well-being, fostering a sense of peace and satisfaction. For our businesses, a pristine setting attracts customers, enhances the shopping, dining, and sightseeing experience, and boosts economic activity.
Honorable Hodge-Smith also underscored the significance of the efforts and various community partners who have come on board.
It is clear that clean and beautiful surroundings should be everyone's concern. This is not solely the responsibility of government or the sanitation workers. It is a collective duty. Each one of us has a role to play, from individuals picking up litter and to businesses ensuring their premises are well maintained. The transformation we seek will only be possible through the concerted efforts of all members of our community. This partnership involves the representatives from various government departments, which you've heard listed by the Honorable Premier earlier, and of course the private sector which also has been listed, and several other stakeholders. By bringing together experts from multiple disciplines, we leverage collective knowledge and resources to ensure the success of our initiatives. This collaborative approach to develop planning is crucial for creating a coherent and sustainable vision for Rotown, our capital. We have been traversing the Rotown area, the RDA. They have been doing that from when we made contact with the RDA. They went out and started to have some initial contact with the businesses. And a number of the businesses that they've contacted has already expressed interest and are willing to support our efforts. And this is a good sign because I appreciate and recognize their patriotic spirit, and I thank them for their support thus far.
Ms. Lorna Christopher of the Rotown Partnership spoke on her willingness to work together with private businesses and stakeholders to ensure the best product for all concerned.
When I was approached to join the Rotown Partnership Committee, I asked myself if this was just another committee to say that we have a committee. However, after seeing the composition of the public sector departments and the cross-section of private sector industries, I saw the potential of making an impact to improve Rotown. I have worked in the public service for 25 years and the private sector for 25 plus years, and I know the challenges each of us face. Businesses for many moons have sought the forum to make recommendations and to report challenges. We have found ways to make improvement to our respective areas. But through this forum, there's an opportunity for maximum impact for both sides. We are committed to and welcome this partnership with the government to sit at the table and share our ideas to have better infrastructure, a clean, beautiful, pedestrian-friendly, and easy way to navigate the town area. Additionally, we want to ensure that residents and visitors alike feel safe while moving around, particularly in the evenings. I quote from Helen Keller, open quote, "Alone we can do little, together we can do much," end of quote. Or, as our elders used to tell us, one hand can't clap. The business community welcomes and is thankful for this opportunity to partner together.
Up next, we have much more coming up. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Attention Anegada residents! Attention Anegada residents! CCT is coming to you! That's right! CCT will be visiting Anegada every third Wednesday of the month. Need to pay your bill? Sign up for a new service? Or have a customer service concern? CCT has got you covered! No need to leave the island. CCT is here to make staying connected easier than ever. Mark your calendars for every third Wednesday starting October 16th and visit us for all your CCT service needs. For more information, call us at 444-4444 or follow us on any of our social media pages. See you soon, Anegada!
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Welcome back, everyone, and moving right along. The BVI Spring Regatta is officially on the way, of course, for the past few days. This week, making the beginning of another exciting chapter for this prestigious event. 284 Media is proud to continue its support and sponsorship for yet another consecutive year, underscoring our commitment here to the success and growth of this iconic sporting event. Ahead of the official racing events, Tweet4 Media had the opportunity to sit down with some of the teams that have worked tirelessly to make this year's regatta possible. Take a look.
I'm Miles, I'm General Manager of Nanny Key Resort and Marina, and just want to welcome everyone down to the Spring Regatta that we host here. It's a great time for us here at Nanny Key. It's one of the highlights of the year, and it's a time for us to show everyone our incredible staff who will be working behind the bar, the ticket sales, and really our facilities down here. We've got some really good bands and some excellent restaurants and food providers this year. It's a little different from last year. Some great giveaways in the village. So really encourage everyone to come down, see what it's about, come and meet some of the sailors who just love the BVI and want to be down here racing, and even jump on a boat. From the village itself, you can see some of the racing. They start around 10 in the morning, and you can even see some of these incredible machines starting on the start line right off the village area. So whatever time or day, come down, see what's going on. Please, we love seeing the local community out there and enjoying themselves down here. So can't wait to see you down there.
Hello everyone, I am Richard Patterson. I'm the Assistant Marina Manager here at Nanny Key Hotel and Marina. I am excited to welcome you all to the BVI Spring Regatta 2025. We are framing this as the most exciting regatta yet. We have about 80 boats entering this year regatta. The team is ready. We are all ready. Come on down. We are excited to have you guys. I know many of you guys have been here for years, been coming back and forth from Puerto Rico and so on, as far as down to Antigua. We are looking forward to everyone, especially the regular guys who've been here for years and years and years. So BVI Spring Regatta 2025, come on down. It's going to be exciting.
Hi, my name is Jane. I am the Resort Manager at Nanny Key. Every year we're really excited to host the Spring Regatta. It's something that brings our whole team together. We have our maintenance team building the village, a week building up to it. We have the gardeners making sure the grounds are looking beautiful. We have the boatyard guys come and help work in the bar. Other people from the chandlery, administration department, the marina, restaurant, everybody gets involved, hotel staff, everybody gets involved, whether it's selling tickets, working the bar, cleaning up, helping with the recycling. Even staff's children get invited to participate if they want to do some community service with the recycling. Then it's the fun stuff. Then we have different live entertainment every night. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's live bands. Great fun, all quite different. Lots of dancing. Lots of partying, great food vendors. We have 4 food vendors coming back this year that were here last year, and then this year we also have the added food vendor of Peg Legs are going to be also providing food at the village this year. And then we have Manjack ice cream, which is always a favourite for the kids. Then there's some community events. We've got Saturday afternoon, I think there's some children's events. We've got the high school coming and showcasing some of their great talented musicians on Sunday, and it's a really inclusive, community, fun event for everybody.
BVI, the biggest sailing event of the year's back. Get ready for 7 days of non-stop action at the 52nd BVI Spring Regatta and Sailing Festival. Happening March 31st and April 6th at Nanny Key. Come for the races, stay for the vibes. At the Regatta Village, it's all about fun, flavor, and fantastic entertainment. Enjoy local food, ice-cold drinks, and high-energy performances by DJ Wiz, the 3Gs, and Final Phase. Catch the Makajumbis, explore local art, and dance the night away under the stars. Whether you sail or you just love a good old party, this is where you need to be. So mark your calendars, March 31st to April 2nd at Nanny Key. BVI Spring Regatta, baby, 2025.
That is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at Tweet4Media and Tweet4BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. In addition, follow us on our WhatsApp channel for daily updates. I'm Ron Grant. Do have a safe and enjoyable evening. I'll see you tomorrow for our weekly news roundup. Happy Friday. Goodbye.